Well, Manso, Clay Ferrero here on Local10.com with your web extra following Miami's victory over the New York Jets. The Dolphins now 4-4. Clay, 3 straight wins. So let's start it with this. You buying?
I'm not one to toot my own horn here, but
You said at 1-4 that they would win 3 straight games?
No, after the Dolphins won their first in this streak, what did I do on this very segment? I sang the Miami Dolphins song.
And that's
when
the,
you're
that's
talking
the
Dolphins,
that's the difference.
You're talking Super Bowl because they're the Miami
Dolphins. The 4-4 Miami Dolphins.
Right. But this guy did it, right?
So you did it. Okay, so you kept the faith by a
yeah,
But I will say, there are people that are saying right now, well, they're 4-4. They're going to be 8-8 maybe. That's the same old Dolphins. Something about this same old Dolphins team, this one, doesn't feel like same old Dolphins. It feels a little bit different.
This game was the one that the same old Dolphins would have lost. Look, you had some major screw-ups today. Ryan Tannehill threw.
No, it wasn't perfect.
Ryan Tannehill threw what should have been a pick six. Let's be completely honest about that. You had Matt Darr dropping the snap, and that set up
what
a touchdown.
I thought. Here we go again. This is the same team.
But what's different is this team overcame that. And sometimes you get lucky, but teams that are different, and dare I say good teams take advantage of those lucky breaks, and I think the Dolphins got a few on Sunday, and they were able to take advantage of those breaks and win a game that, frankly, I don't think past Dolphins teams would have won.
No, what I like about the Dolphins now, it hasn't changed my perspective in the sense, I thought before the season this was probably a 7-9, 8-8 team. Last year they were, what, a 6-10 team. So, I thought Adam Gase had the right plan, right idea. What's impressed me is after 1-4 to win 3 straight, it's not easy to do in the NFL. I don't care what the schedule says. And by the way, it hasn't exactly been an easy schedule, having to beat Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and the Jets, your rival. But I think it's the young guys that have done it today. Drake had the big return. We've seen what Ajayi has become, one of the better running backs in the league statistically this year. You're right, Tannehill didn't do much, didn't have to do much. I think defensively some of the players played well, obviously, made enough plays. I think more than anything, I'm just impressed, Clay, that you see some young talent, and it's not just the same old, oh, I can't wait to get this guy rid of this guy. And remember the old last few years, like, oh, Mike Wallace, he stinks, get rid of him, let's bring in some. You feel good about Jarvis Landry, you feel good about Ajayi. I think there's at least a positive movement with this team right now.
A couple things that I noticed on Sunday being there was how good of a football player Jay Ajayi is. And that sounds kind of generic, but a guy that not only can he find the right crease, but he was making some nice plays out of the backfield. The guy gets it. He has a football sense. And there weren't many holes against that Jets rushing defense.
I love he got better, too, as the game went along. And I love that Adam Gase stuck with him. A lot of coaches, when they're struggling, he's got those 6 carries for 18 yards, whatever it was at slow start, you start to get away from it. Gase stuck with it.
Jets are the best rushing defense in the NFL heading into Sunday, and they knew it was going to be tough sledding. But number one, they stuck with it. And number two, you were able to do what good teams do. You're able to wear them down, and by the end of the game, you take advantage of that. And again, you hate to say too much based on just one game, because I thought the first 2 games were nice. The first 2 games in this winning streak, the Steelers didn't have any film on the Dolphins as a running team. They had nothing because the offensive line had been hurt.
Roethlisberger got hurt. They got some breaks.
Yeah, and then the Bills have a terrible rush defense. This was the game to me where the Jets had the best rushing defense in the NFL. They had film on the Dolphins as a rushing team, and they still were able to run it down their throats and grind out the clock when it mattered.
The biggest moments, at the end of the game. Meanwhile, it is on to the West Coast now for the Miami Dolphins for a couple of weeks, starting next Sunday in San Diego.
Miami Dolphins.
Sing it.